What if I told you that the way you sleep tonight could quietly raise or lower your risk of a stroke tomorrow? Most people think stroke prevention is all about cholesterol, blood pressure, or exercise. And yes, those matter. But after decades as a physician, I've seen something surprising. Even the position you sleep in, how your head, neck, and body rest for hours every night, can change the health of your brain. I want you to imagine this. Your body is like a beautiful garden. During the day, it works hard, absorbing sunlight, facing storms, producing life. But at night, the garden rests. Water flows through the soil, waste is cleared, new seeds are planted. If something blocks the stream, the garden dries out, and over time, it weakens. That's what happens to your brain if blood and oxygen can't flow freely during sleep. Over the years, I've met countless patients over 50 who tell me, "Doctor, I never thought how I slept mattered." Yet when they adjusted their sleeping position, even just slightly, the change in their energy, their clarity, even their mood was remarkable. Let's talk about the positions that could quietly put your brain at risk. Remember, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here as a doctor who has walked alongside thousands of patients, many of them in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. What I've learned is simple. The way you rest at night shapes the way your blood flows, your oxygen circulates, and your brain is nourished. 1. Sleeping flat on your back. The first is lying completely flat on your back. Now, you might think that sounds harmless, even natural, but here's the catch. When you lie flat, your tongue and soft palate can slip backward, blocking part of your airway. That's one reason many people snore loudly, or even stop breathing for a few seconds in this position. Studies show that obstructive sleep apnea, which is linked to this posture, can raise stroke risk by up to 60%. I've had patients who never understood why they woke up with headaches, or why they felt exhausted even after 8 hours in bed. Once they raised their head just 20 degrees with a pillow wedge, their mornings became clearer, lighter, even joyful. 2. Sleeping on your stomach. Then there's stomach sleeping. I know some of you might say, "But doctor, I've been sleeping this way since I was a child." I hear that often, but here's the problem. Lying on your stomach twists your neck sharply to one side for hours. That's like bending a garden hose and expecting water to flow freely. It just doesn't. Over the years, I've seen older adults with narrowed arteries in the neck find that this habit only worsens their circulation. One woman in her 70s told me she felt dizzy every morning until she gave up stomach sleeping. When she switched to her side with a body pillow, her dizziness faded and her mornings felt steadier. 3. Side sleeping with neck bent too high or too low. Side sleeping itself can be healthy, but here's the catch. If your pillow is too thick or too thin, your neck bends sharply up or down all night long. Imagine squeezing a garden hose over and over again. The flow weakens. That's what happens to the blood vessels in your neck. I once worked with a man in his late 50s who woke up every day with neck stiffness and cloudy thinking. Once he switched to a contoured pillow that kept his head level with his spine, he felt like the fog lifted from his mornings. 4. Sleeping curled tightly in a fetal position. Curling up might feel cozy, like returning to the womb. But when you draw your knees too close to your chest, your breathing becomes shallow. Less oxygen reaches your brain. I remember a woman, age 67, who came to me complaining of dizziness every morning. She slept curled tight every night. When she relaxed her posture, knees only slightly bent, a pillow between her legs, the dizziness melted away. 5. Sleeping with one arm under the pillow. Many of us tuck an arm under the pillow out of habit, but this compresses blood vessels and nerves, sometimes for hours. Blood flow weakens, numbness sets in, and over years, it can contribute to circulation problems. I've had patients who woke up with tingling in their hands, thinking it was arthritis. Often it was simply the way they slept. Once they shifted to keeping arms supported in front of the body, the tingling disappeared. 6. Sleeping with your head lower than your heart. Sometimes, without realizing, people sleep with their heads slightly lower, maybe because the mattress sags or pillows are stacked under their legs. This causes fluid to shift toward the head, raising pressure inside the skull. Astronaut studies have shown how dangerous this can be, and in older adults with fragile blood vessels, this added pressure may push them toward a stroke. Beyond posture, there are simple habits we overlook, like staring at your phone or TV in bed. The blue light delays your sleep, and the hunched posture strains your blood vessels. Or sleeping on the same side every single night, always the right side, always the same angle. Over years, this can compress organs, disturb breathing, and imbalance circulation. Switching sides occasionally gives your body relief, and perhaps the most overlooked, irregular sleep schedules. Going to bed late one night, early the next. Your blood pressure and circulation thrive on rhythm. When that rhythm breaks, the body pays a price. After so many years in medicine, I've learned this. Health doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from the small choices we repeat every day. Even the choice of how we lay our head at night. I've seen patients transform their mornings just by changing how they sleep. Imagine what one night of better circulation, better oxygen, could do for your brain. Now imagine 30 nights, 100 nights, 1,000 nights. Tonight, I invite you to try something simple. Lie on your left side, use a supportive pillow, place another between your knees. Rest your arms comfortably. And remember, in doing so, you are gifting your brain and heart the chance to thrive. Change doesn't have to be overwhelming. It begins with one small step, one night, one choice. And from there, it becomes a new life. Before you leave this video, promise yourself this. Tonight, you'll give your body the gift of a healthier sleep. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend, because you never know. You may be helping them prevent a stroke. I'm Dr. Michael, and I believe each of us deserves mornings filled with clarity, strength, and gratitude for the life we still get to live. Until next time, remember, every great change begins with the smallest choice.